involved.
Yeah.
And had a lot of special needs, and asked if the family center would take him.
Right.
And up until that point, there had not been any children with special needs, and in fact, there were not a lot of models of inclusive education. There was maybe one, right?
Yes, well, there was that woman in Brooklyn that I talk to all the time, whose name I can't remember. Don't get old. I can't remember her name. I spoke to her 100 million times a day.
So what was that like, taking a child without
Well,
having had that experience?
The mother of the child was a special ed teacher. And she asked if Amy and I would do this, and we said, sure. And so we said, well, we'll just take him. And so we just sort of included him in everything that we did. And it was, I mean, we kept him until he was almost 5. But he was happy there, and we didn't know much about this particular diagnosis, which I then learned was something called tuberous sclerosis, which I'm sure many of you know about, but I've never even heard of it. And he did have small seizures. But the mother was very supportive of us, and somehow we managed. And that was really the beginning of the inclusion program, because I kept talking to this woman in Brooklyn who had an inclusive program. And then the next year we took a child with a hemiparesis. And then little by little we took children, and that's how it happened. Like, you know, not knowing very much, but knowing a lot about kids. And it worked.
And wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Counts for a lot.
Not wanting to say no, and wanting to take the child, because the parent wanted it. We said, sure.